The market has a holiday hangover as we chop sideways. Where do we go from here? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market didn't do a whole lot yesterday as it failed to break support or resistance and chopped sideways for most of the day, leaving traders in its dust and eating up premium. Now the question is, where do we go from here? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gebbert, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, with nothing much going on, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart, and if you want to see a big picture update, I put one out in yesterday's video, so make sure you check that out. As we jump in here, you'll see that they traded down a little bit on Sunday into the night, and then they traded back up, tested this low a few times, but mostly did this and chopped sideways. Not really breaking down or breaking out, but mostly consolidating near the highs. Now, typically, this is bullish behavior, and so with the fact that this looks like a diagonal off of this consolidation here to the upside, and they're consolidating up here, you would expect a diagonal to end and then kind of a sharp drop. Without getting that, it does look like they could make one more high here up at around 45.85 or so, kind of push up here, make one more high before pulling back. They don't have to. That's not something I'm saying is definitely going to happen. I'm saying that typically when a diagonal ends to the upside, you see a pretty sharp sell-off, and we didn't see any kind of selling really. They came down and tested the 45.50 area and bounced and never really got back to it. So without that kind of selling that we would normally see, it would not be unreasonable to see them try to go up and hit 45.85 before then trying to come down and break support and start a pullback. Again, support needs to break, well, now yesterday's low at 45.52, but that 45.50 area is the starting point. It's the upper band here of this consolidation period, and then 45.38 would be the next area we'd look for. These two lows as well as this high over here and this high, that gives us some pretty strong support in that region. We'd look for them to sell pretty quickly if they can break that down to 4,500, as this would be a diagonal ending. Now from there, okay, if they're able to make a new high before they come down, then we'd be looking for the possibility of 3 waves or 5 waves telling us the story. Right now, as it stands, it's overall too early to tell, but this action off of the top is corrective. So with this move down and then this choppy behavior like this is corrective behavior. So we would expect support to hold, whether it's up here and we push higher immediately, or down here after we get the pullback and then we push higher. We would be looking for support to hold if, in fact, Wednesday's high is the high. So based on the corrective nature of what we've seen over the last couple days, we would expect if they hold Wednesday's high for them to hold support on the pullback. Now, if they can make a high over Wednesday's high before they start the pullback, then we'll have to see what kind of structure we get from there, as that could change things, as a new high does create a new count. So I don't think we would see a blow off out of here. It's possible. It's definitely possible they can just shoot on out of here. And a direct move over that 46.07 area on the SPX puts the bulls firmly in control, as it would move over the summer highs, and that would be a very big problem for the bears. So overall, I still am looking for a pullback. Even if we go up to that 46.07 level, we'd be looking for a pullback. I don't think there's much of a chance of us going directly to all-time highs without a pullback. So we would be looking for either a potential push up here into the 45.85 area and then down, or they can bring it down from where we're at as long as they break that 45.38 area. That should accelerate some selling, and then 4,500 would be the next level to watch. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, again, if you're looking for a bigger picture NASDAQ view, check out yesterday's video. I put one in that video. We went over the big picture NASDAQ. But overall, we are essentially looking for a 3-wave pullback regardless of how this plays out, because either we're looking for this A, B, C for wave 2, and then we'd look for 1 of 3, 2 of 3 in the breakout, okay, towards the new all-time highs, or if they're going to make a bigger pullback and a diagonal pattern, okay, then we would be looking for the potential for a much bigger A, B, C, where the A leg would come down and test these lows, and then you'd look for B and then C down from there. So looking for a pullback on the NASDAQ. It did rally up and then pull back in a little bit into the close to trade basically flat, a little bit in the red. Again, they need to break support. Their support is at 15,900 and then 15,800. If they can break this 15,800 here, that should accelerate selling down to the 15,500 area where they have a little ledge of support here. We'll see what we get at that point. If they can hold that support, Then we could look at this being the ABC I have labeled for wave 2. And overall, just based on the pattern, I do expect the wave 2 more than I do the bigger wave A. But we do need to see what we get on the ES on a pullback, as 5 waves down on the ES would be a warning sign that we could see much lower. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. And that's because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. We also have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. This course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the market in a way that makes sense. It's very confusing when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up, and it doesn't make any sense. With Elliott Wave, you know the key levels, what to look for and what to watch, so that you're clued in long before these news announcements change the way the market looks. You understand what happens when resistance and support breaks and what the next levels are. The course itself is 25 videos in 3 parts, where I go over the introduction, where we go over your expectations, the mindset and emotion, the KISS method and why it works, the chart setup and tools, where we go through every tool you need to use along with Elliott Wave Theory to kind of confirm these tops, bottoms, and turns that we're looking for, as well as the Elliott Wave for Beginners course, where I go through each of the waves, what they look like when they succeed, what they look like when they fail, what their targets are, how to measure them, how to set them up, and what overall we're doing with them and trading with them, and give you the idea of how to understand the market in a way that finally makes sense. The really cool part is, guys, if you don't want to pay the $67 for the course, I completely understand. You can get the course for free if you become a monthly member. So if you join either of my monthly rooms, the Elliott Wave for Beginners course is included for free. In my first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as the Elliott Wave for Beginners course. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade, so we do trade quite often. But if you are looking for futures trading, individual stocks, and PT's advanced training, you're going to want to check out PT's throne room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as futures trading, individual stocks, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures his trades that's so unique. It's something you really need to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, the key takeaways for today. Nothing really happened yesterday, kind of chopping sideways. Still looking for a pullback overall. The question is, will they try to pop it higher up towards 45.85 first, or will they go ahead and break that 45.38 support area? If they do break it down, 4,500 would be the next level, and then they can accelerate down to 44.30 pretty quickly. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of thing, but we're looking for a 3-wave pullback in either case, whether it's a wave 2 down toward the 15.2 to 15,000 area, or a bigger wave A that would test the lows and be a bigger ABC to the downside. We would be looking for a corrective pullback on the NASDAQ. And really, it's going to depend on what we see on the ES. If the ES gives us 5 waves down off of a high, then we would be looking much lower on both charts. Guys, that is your market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.